And a good evening live on YouTube. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. This evening's contest features the Bucknell University Bison as they take on the Siena College Saints. Great to have you with us this evening. I'm Nicholas Severini, and we're live from the Kinnean Auditorium in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania for the final match of day one of the Bucknell Invitational between Bucknell and Siena, two teams that have opposite records coming to compete here this evening. The Bison are 6-1, led by head coach John McBride, and got their 6th win of the season in their first match today, a win against LaSalle, ultimately a comfortable one for them. Siena dropped to 1-6, led by head coach Michael Ash. They are looking for an upset win. As play is set to begin, it'll be Siena going from left to right in the opening frame in their white swim caps. Bucknell, they will go from right to left wearing their dark blue swim caps. Savannah Slaughter, the goalkeeper, the net stopper for Siena this evening, at least to start. Bucknell, they will go with Tamara Torkos as the referee blows the whistle, and they're underway for the opening swim-off. Comes to the near side and won there well by Rebecca Curry, though Johannesburg native, a couple Johannesburg natives on both teams, as we're underway with Samantha Very playing the point. 17 to shoot, quickly slotted into that right slot for Thomas. Thomas, opposite left slot, space to swim into here for Caballero. Caballero, initial effort, that one denied. The rebound was fought for right in front of the goal mouth, and an infraction called by the far side official as the Bison will get their first possession. An early opportunity for the Spaniard, Lucia Fernandez Caballero. 3 goals in 3 different matches in Siena's last tournament that they partook in, the Bruno Classic, in which they were 0-3, losing to 2 ranked opponents in Wagner and LIU before dropping a contest as well to Salem. That ball got all the way to the goalkeeper, Slaughter, the freshman goalkeeper, able to convert the first opportunity. Slaughter, in her 7th game played this season, a 37% save percentage with 7 steals. She is the primary goalkeeper this season. Here's Thomas on the right slot, passes into that left column again in Caballero, the entry down low and another infraction. Jostling for position where the Bison defenders and the Siena attacker looked to be Very, who was trying to get positioning, was unable to do so, and the Bison will get it back. Scoreless, approaching a minute and a half in here in period number 1 in match 6 of this invitational, the second for both schools. Here's Matau with it on the far side, on the pass from Collins. Back to Collins on the right slot. Challenge had come in from behind. And an infraction from behind, I look to be on Williamson, and they'll call it a major. So an early opportunity on the numerical advantage here for the Bison, trying to open the scoring. Kalmeyer passes to the opposite right slot in Collins. Fed to Matau. Back to the center, space for the effort, and it's the opening goal for Olivia Hopper. Hopper, coming off of one of her best performances of the season in the first match against LaSalle, opens her account not 2 minutes in. Bucknell 1, Siena 0. Well, it was a performance to remember for the freshman this morning. A 6-goal showcase for the freshman Olivia Hopper in the win against LaSalle. And on her first out-and-out chance in front of goal, she beats Slaughter for the open advantage. A 1-0 Bucknell advantage. Just under 2 minutes gone here in the opening period. The Bison, who are coming off of their best start in 5 years, improving now to 6-1, and are looking to make it 7-1 after this evening's festivities. Here's Caballero, couple opportunities for her early on. Feeds it into the left slot with 11 to shoot. Reset to the point. Now to the right slot, Williamson. Back to the point for the effort, and that one just trickling the crossbar before going out of play. Not a bad effort from range for Quincy Frommelt, the sophomore out of Napa, California, who was unable to find the goal mouth of Torkos as the Bison quickly go the other way. Inside the 5-meter line, here's Matau. Matau passes to the near post. This could be a chance. Prior to the shot, a foul was called as Kalmeyer was looking to double the advantage for the Bison. A foul was called there on Kalmeyer for the push-off. That denies the Bison a quick early second goal. It was a great cross-pool pass from the far side in Matau to the near side in the junior Kalmeyer. Kalmeyer, 52 goals as an underclassman in her first 2 years at Bucknell, now in her junior season. And in the push shot from the penalty spot, it was turned in by Olivia Hopper. Hopper, who has been so terrific from the spot this season, was able to convert the penalty shot. It was Kalmeyer who had drawn that push, and Hopper, the freshman, getting her second goal. Less than 3 minutes into the contest, it's another sensational start for Hopper, and the Bison have an early 2-0 advantage. A terrific start for Bucknell. It was the pass from Matau that found Kalmeyer on that near side before Kalmeyer had thrown it through the netting. The foul was called for the penalty shot. It was a good tactical foul, prompting at least an effort for the keeper, but Hopper was able to do it. And now 2-0, Siena looking for their first goal. A pass to the center, another effort, a bouncer that just went wide. Some extracurriculars after the fact. Another second attempt from Quincy Fromelt that wasn't too far away from the goal. The first one that just trickled the crossbar on the far side. The other missing on the near post. There's a good diagonal for Hopper. Hopper's looking for a hat trick already. It just grazes the post, but was unable to cross the line. Well, what a start that could have been for Olivia Hopper. After 6 goals in the morning match against LaSalle, almost getting a hat trick just 4 minutes in, not even 4 minutes in. It was the water, the wave, the currents denying a third as Thomas takes it the other end. Pass straight. There's a lot of space for it. It's back on the right side instead for Thomas. Just 7 seconds to shoot. And a tactical foul that was called there. I believe that was on Kalmeyer, but no, they call it a major. And so instead of the clock trickling down, this will be a good opportunity for Siena to open their account in this match, trailing 2-0. A pass to the right slot for Thomas. Back over to the middle. Bit of a misplacement, but a recovery was there from Fromelt to the right slot. Now the left wing. Back to the point. Fromelt, a couple opportunities. Passes to the right side instead. Extra down low. The shot attempt deflected on its way in. A scrum forward in front of the goal. And it stays Siena's possession, and now they get the finish. The early initial offer on the scrum. A foul was called at Bucknell. Siena kept playing on the right side, and it was able to be turned in. Looked to have been Parker Thomas that got the goal. The New Zealander putting Siena at least on the score sheet for now as they trail by 1. Bucknell 2, Siena 1. A lot of space on that right side for Siena. They were able to capitalize on that possession as Matau starts things off and quickly passes to Collins on the far channel. Collins, oh, that's an excellent run towards the middle, and it's the 3rd goal for the Bison. Gwen Kalmeyer, a terrific backdoor cut to the middle. Collins read it so well, a perfectly weighted ball was able to find the junior as she was able to tuck it home for Bucknell's 3rd of the period. Bucknell 3, Siena 1, 3:48 left in the first. And Siena making a change with Audrey Lacey, the junior out of Regina, coming into this one. Had 2 goals at the Bruno Classic in 3 matches, goals against Wagner and Long Island University. She comes in off the bench as Slaughter starts things off here for Siena, the Saints. As a whistle is called there for an infraction, a minor, 18 to shoot. Overlapping pass to the right side for the goal scorer, Thomas. Thomas trying to get into the crease, lays it off to the right wing. Extra to the left side, space for the effort, but that one wide. Over the crossbar it appeared to be in the end as Siena trying to get themselves into this contest a bit more. Doesn't have a lot of turnovers, have been able to get opportunities off, but now here's an excellent bit of distribution to find Hopper in transition. Hopper well inside the 5-meter line on the far side and is able to draw a common foul with 18 to shoot. Hopper into the right side quickly for Collins. Collins past central looking for Lipolis. A whistle is blown, a foul is called, and the Bison will get themselves a major in their favor. Here's Collins. Thought about taking a long-range effort. Gives it to Matau instead. Back for Collins. Sure thinking about it. Gives it again, though, to Matau. And into the center for the effort. And there is the first period hat trick. What a start for Olivia Hopper, the freshman, with a hat trick 7 minutes into the contest that has the Bison up 3. Bucknell 4, Siena 1. Hopper now in a match played in 7 minutes today with a match against LaSalle, and now in the first period she has 9 goals scored. She had 10 goals in the 6 matches leading up to today's Invitational. And now here's Bianca Kennerly with it on the right slot, swimming towards the 5-meter line. Gives it to the center for Caballero. Caballero's high-low. Oh, that's an excellent backdoor handle. But the attempt was there from Torkos, and more extracurriculars right in front. That is prompting the referee's whistle. What an effort from CeCe White, the senior, who nearly got Siena's second goal of this first period. Here's Matau instead. On the far side, back for Matau. Some options into the center, including Caitlin Stott. Stott, long drifting pass to the far channel again with 7 to shoot. Matau, cross to the left side, and it's another! It's a 5th goal of the period for Bucknell. It's Sydney Finkler that has capped off what has been a brilliant start to this one for the Bison. They may not be done yet. Bucknell 5, Siena 1. And Sydney Finkler, the goal scorer, the senior out of Annapolis. On an excellent bit of distribution to the left side, Finkler still with a lot to do on a tight angle. Was able to beat the keeper. And secure for Bucknell their 5th of the opening frame. A tremendous start, 8 minutes in, or 6 minutes in rather. Here's a quick pass for Siena inside that 2-meter line. Recovering for it is Very. Back to the center with 14 to throw. 1-2 for Kennerly. Back to the point again with 8. They have to fire that one. That one took a deflection. The rebound taken by Siena. A one-on-one chance, and Torkos with the denial. A sensational bit of goalkeeping, and now on the end, Matau is in behind the defense. Bolani Matau trying to secure it. An infraction is called. It looks like a penalty throw will be here for Bucknell. And it looks like that will be the case. Matau, an excellent overlapping run behind the defense. Torkos set it up, and now the Bison are looking to cap it off. The first time these two schools met up against each other. Bucknell scored just 2 after the first period and 4 at the half. With a minute and a half left still in the first period, they've got 6. A second goal from the penalty spot. From the line, the attacker managed to beat Slaughter, the keeper. And the Bison with a 6th goal already. Bucknell 6, Siena 1. What more can you ask for here if you're a Bison supporter? They are doing everything right. And it really went back to their performance early in the morning as we have a stoppage in play. A referee discussing matters on the far side with Michael Ash, the head coach. And now play will continue on the far side with a throw as Siena looks like they'll be prompted to make a substitution on that far side. Another swimmer coming into the pool. Looking for options are the Saints. Conceding now 6 goals in this opening frame. Looks like CeCe White, the senior who had that tremendous backhanded effort that was denied by Torkos. She'll come back into the contest as Samantha Very keeps it at the point. And now Very will lob it to the right slot, and a common foul called, still 20 to shoot. Here's Thomas, the only goal scorer for Siena so far. Drawing another foul with 16. Cross slot pass to the left end for Lacey, another foul. And once again back to the right side is Thomas. Into the middle for Very. On the left slot with 10 to shoot. Pass to the striker is a good turn on the defender. Space for the effort, and a foul is conceded. And what will this be here for Siena? Looks like they'll have an effort from the spot as well for the first time today as Lucia Fernandez Caballero steps up. Or swims up. As Caballero will go on the ref's whistle. A chance to get Siena second. And her first. Caballero scores it. An enticing finish by the Spaniard, who is always good for a goal in these sort of situations, in these sort of spots. She beat Torkos, who dove to her left. And Siena has their second. Bucknell 6, Siena 2. A chance at least, you would imagine, for one last possession for both teams in this opening frame at the natatorium. Currently, it's almost a winter wonderland outside with the snow in the forecast. The confines of the natatorium keeping us safe at bay for now. Here's Matau. The Bison very well safe, as if they're at home at the moment with the way that they have been performing. Matau resets it, and a 1-2 back to the South African. A good pass to the center for Stott, and she's got it! Number 7 for Bucknell gets the Bison 7th, as Stott gets her first and caps off a dream opening frame for Bucknell. Bucknell 7, Siena 2. They are just doing everything and then some in the swimming pool this evening. They are in prime form here at their host invitational. What can Siena do here in response? A 15-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Matau still committing to the defense. A foul is called as Curry was able to keep it. Now onto the right side. Thomas, 9 to shoot, out to the right slot. Good space, passes instead. And again to the right slot, and a diving effort from Torkos, who got the denial. It will stay on that side of the pool with Torkos getting a touch as it hit the red buoy on the far side. With 17 seconds left, an opportunity for Siena to at least have the last laugh here in the opening frame. An opening frame to, unfortunately for them, to forget after what has taken place. Here's Very, and to the right slide. There's a lot of space, this for Thomas, and she gets another. Well, Siena not going down quietly. That's the third goal that they've scored in this frame as they cut the deficit to 4. Bucknell 7, Siena 3. Thomas with another. And so with 8.5 seconds left, the Bison can look for a punter's chance here late. Swam out to that right side with 5. They'll look to hoist. A common foul called, and now the long ranger just wide. With just a second left on the clock, and maybe even blushes spared for the Saints defense. From our angle, that was looking perilously close. Instead, Siena will keep it at 7 as they hold on to it. A dream start for Bucknell. They put 7 past the Saints defense to go up 7-3 after 1 period played. You're tuned in live on YouTube to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. One period down and 3 to go here from the Kidney Auditorium, and a dream start this has been for the Bison. They put 7 past the traveling Saints and go up 7-3 through the first 8 minutes of action here. They put 8 minutes on the clock here in period number 2. The highlights so far: a hat trick from Olivia Hopper that has rounded out the scoring, with Caitlin Stott, Hayden Hedstrom, Sydney Finkler all getting on the score sheet in the process. Siena do have 2, courtesy of Parker Thomas, but are going to need more than that to try and get back in this one with some support in Very starting at the point. A quick pass right slot for Rebecca Curry. Curry just lofting it forward. An infraction was called. That's going to be on Siena. So an early turnover 20 seconds into the second period for the Saints, has the Bison with it. An excellent diagonal run. Kalmeyer went immediately in the pool. Eyes on the referee for the signal. As they approach it, it's going to be another opportunity from the spot for Hopper. It was Kalmeyer who went down from contact on the excellent run that penetrated the defense. And now Hopper, who had a hat trick in the first period, to try and get a 4th, and she does. Another score for Olivia Hopper, her 10th goal of the Invitational. And the Bison back on track here in period number 2. Bucknell 8, Siena 3. So Siena starts this second period with a turnover and conceding from a penalty throw. And Bianca Kennerly now with it in possession for the Saints. 20 to shoot. Passes central for the forward in Very, and another infraction. That's going to occur off the ball, and another Siena turnover. Trying to get themselves in this one. Here's Kalmeyer on the break. If she's quick enough, it could be a 3-on-2. Kalmeyer swimming really well forward, goes to the diagonal far side. This could be another. It goes off the crossbar instead. A fight for the 50-50. The ball still perilously drifting in the pool, but Bucknell had it momentarily. It does get the foul from it. Matau, far side Collins with 20 to throw. Still with it, Collins, and more contact right in front of goal. That was Bella Schraw that was able to draw in a major penalty on Siena. They have the numerical advantage, the Bison, now in this attack. Already up 8-3. Matau, and on the far end, Collins. Back for Matau. And on the near side, Kalmeyer shot, and it's another! It's Gwen Kalmeyer getting it. Well, after being held scoreless in the opening match against LaSalle, she's got herself another here against Siena, and the Bison are in dreamland. Bucknell 9, Siena 3. It should be noted for Siena, in 4 of their 6 losses, they were held to single digits. They did score 10 in a 16-10 defeat against Mount St. Mary's the first time they were in the pool. And another turnover for Siena on the infraction. As Allison Riccardi goes back to defend. Here's Kalmeyer, the latest score. Overlapping run, Matau. Bowati Matau trying to cap it off. That one over the bar. They're just having fun out there right now, are the Bison. 9-3 up with 6 minutes left to play in the opening half. Slaughter gives it forward to Samantha Very. Very into the far side. That's for Rebecca Curry. Infraction called there as Curry had won it. A minor infraction, 13 to shoot. Space to swim into for the effort. And there's a much needed response. It looked like Samantha Very who was able to get the first goal for Siena in this quarter. Bucknell 9, Siena 3. And an excellent finish from Very in the process. Very coming off of 2 goals in 3 matches at the Bruno Classic. Goals against Salem and Wagner. That goal against Wagner was 30 seconds in. And in the early parts of the second quarter, she has her first. As the lead now 9-4 for Bucknell. There's a long ball out to that far side, prompting a chase. Collins for Matau. Still with it, Matau, and this time she rattles the netting. On the second time of asking, Bowati Matau getting her first of the match, and the Bison are in double figures. Bucknell 10, Siena 4. Bowati Matau, after a hat trick against LaSalle, has her first here this evening. Oh, the good times keep rolling here for the Bison. They now lead by 6 goals. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Siena still with a lot of water polo yet to be played. There's a good entry down low. It could be another, but Torkos denied. Rebound is fought for. They contest it. A foul is conceded on the Bison as they keep going on to the far side. Just a minor. Here's Caballero trying to get in the action. Kennerly. And Caballero shot a right-handed save. Torkos, who kept it in play and received it as well. Torkos had some excellent goalkeeping in the win against LaSalle, and she's continued that here in this evening's affair. In transition come the Bison, looking for an 11th, and they've got an 11th. It's just an extraordinary start for Bucknell, and it continues. Torkos was the distributor, and an excellent finish in the top left that beats Slaughter. Bucknell 11, Siena 4. Well, the Bison are just so aggressive, so pragmatic when you get into that attacking third inside the 5-meter line. And they have their goal-scoring efforts to show for it. An 11-piece. Not even at the halfway mark in the second quarter. On the opposite end, Riccardi into the right channel. An effort potentially as Kennerly was looking for space. An infraction called. This is a major. Siena can try and get going quickly. Riccardi into the left channel. 20 to throw. Oh, was looking for Riccardi again. She does pick it back up. Space to swim into. The Bison trying to collapse defensively as Torkos makes another fine save with her right hand. That is sensational goalkeeping from the Hungarian. She averaged 8 saves a game last season. Tamara Torkos, that was another impressive feat for her. At the halfway mark now in the second, the Bison are up by 7. A challenge made on the far side. The referee's whistle had gone. Bison restart quickly with Collins. Back to the far channel with 8 to throw. Trying to swim into space here as the Bison winger. Another foul is called, and this will be just a minor. 3 seconds left. Collins has to fire, and she's done it again! Oh, the Bison are pulling the rabbit out of the hat here. Campbell Collins, who didn't initially get a grip on the ball until she planted it to the back of her head, had the strength to fire at home. A sensational showing this is for Bucknell as Collins gets a very impressive finish right as the clock had expired. And now quickly on the restart, the Saints go into the attacking third. A foul is conceded. Siena keeping on the right side with Curry. Kennerly back to the right side effort, and another save by Torkos to deny Rebecca Curry. That one a bit more fundamental for Torkos, who did well all the same. Here come the Bison now in transition across the halfway line. The latest goal scorer, the Baltimore native in Collins. Passed into the far channel. And a foul conceded. It's over towards the middle. This is space here. A couple feints. Now the fire and the finish for Olivia Hopper. A 5th goal for the freshman. And the dreamland continues for Bucknell as Hopper had feinted once, twice, thrice, maybe even 4 or 5 times before firing it off the woodwork and in from the left post. The restart with Very at the point. Very waiting for the attack to settle on that far side. Gives it to the left end for, I believe, Lacey. To the opposite wing, a foul committed. Curry keeping it with 14 to throw. In for Thomas. She's got a brace early on. Back out to the left slot on the effort. That one just wide from Lacey. Not too far off there was Siena. Some good offense there. They do have 4 goals to their name, but it's the 13th for Bucknell that has been the headliner in this first half so far. Passed it into the far channel. The Bison continuing to attack. 14 to throw. Into that right slot, trying to create space was Lipolis, and she does get the foul. Can't go direct, goes instead to the left side, trying to steal it with Slaughter. She pushed it away, and Savannah Slaughter is able to claim it. Slaughter very much kept busy here in the opening half for Siena. As the Saints, who have just 1 win this season, that came against Azusa Pacific. Currently in the midst of a 6-match losing streak. Had a heartbreaking loss against Bucknell early in the season, but this looks to be a much different, a much higher quality Bucknell side that we have seen in the start of this season. 5 to throw for Siena. A lot of space over the middle. They'll get one off. This one just deflected by Torkos as it went off the crossbar. Oh, it was a precarious spot. And now in transition come the Bison. Perfectly weighted ball. This could be a 14th, but an infraction is called. A foul in from behind that prevented a one-on-one opportunity. And instead, it'll be once again Olivia Hopper, who is looking for a 6th goal of the half. Hopper, who had 10 goals coming into this match, will step up. Hopper buries it. There is just little that can be described in terms of how excellent Olivia Hopper has been today. She's got 12 goals. 12 goals in this day, on the day, with 6 against LaSalle and now 6 against Siena. Bucknell 14, Siena with 4. Lacey will start from the point. And a lot of ground to make up here for the Saints with a 1.5 minutes left. Bucknell making a litany of changes after that goal was scored. Reagan Kuhn into the contest for the first time. Sydney Finkler, who scored early in the first, comes back into the contest as Lacey wins an initial foul. Now has to chase after it. 17 to throw. It's Kennerly. Kennerly now with 12. Gets it into the right slot. Help defender comes in Kuhn. Kennerly into the right slot with 7. 1-2 back for Kennerly. Into the right slot. Lofted effort that just strikes the woodwork before going out of play from Ava Vesey. The freshman put in a good effort towards goal, but was unable to find the netting. 1 minute now left in a first half to remember here at the Auditorium for Bucknell. Up 14-4 against Siena. They may not be done yet. Another effort far side. An infraction is a minor. Here's Bain. Ava Bain in the contest and nearly on the score sheet. The San Diego native not far off on that effort. They will have time most likely for one last possession with 47 seconds left in the half. Here's a quick distribution for Thomas. Thomas meandering her way towards the right channel. Defender closes in as Kuhn, and an infraction call, just a minor. 16 to throw. Here's Thomas, back over towards the center for Lacey. Over to the left slot, 9 to throw. A deflection there made by Torkos as it went out of play. Trying to set herself up. There was a Bucknell attacker beginning to swim out to the forward line. She'll have to come back as resetting is Siena with 23 to shoot. No differential, shot clock and game clock after the effort was denied by Torkos. They will have time for this one. Here's Lacey to Thomas, back to the middle, extra to the right side. Thomas with space, but that one off the crossbar and out of play. 7 seconds left here for the Bison, who look to get busy. Torkos claiming it. Torkos with 5, with 4, with 3, hoists it to the right side, going for the effort, it won't go in time. And a dream first half this for Bucknell. They put 14 past the Saints in the first 16 minutes of action and go up 14-4 at the break. The second half is coming up next, live on YouTube. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. It has been a first half to remember here in Lewisburg. Bucknell with 14 first half goals to lead 14-4 against Siena. This team tabbed as one of the best in recent memory, and the Bison have certainly showcased their stuff in the opening 16 minutes. They're looking to complete an impressive victory as the opening swim-off of the second half is underway. An infraction immediately called on Collins, as the opposite number 2, Lucia Fernandez Caballero, will take it for Siena. Caballero has been their primary goal scorer in the last couple matches coming into today. Held scoreless so far as Siena closes in on the defense with Lacey on the right slot. Into the right channel with 10 to throw. Back to the right slot. Shot attempt saved by Torkos. A good rebound, though, was taken. Not giving up was Finn McGill, the junior, who was able to get it back for Siena. McGill with an excellent interception off of that initial save, and now Thomas draws an intermission. So with it is Thomas, swimming her way, a backstroke to the far side, 10 to throw. Thomas to the right slot, and that one denied as an infraction was called, a tug there on Caballero, and an empty first possession for Siena to start off this third period. Bucknell had 6 of their 14 goals scored by freshman Olivia Hopper, who's got 12 and now a match and a half here at the Bucknell Invitational. Seen some great high-quality water polo throughout this morning into this afternoon, now into the snowy evening. Here's Collins passing it over the middle, a scrum forming inside, and possession taken there by Siena. Done there from Siena to start on the defensive side. It looked like Rebecca Curry who got in the middle for the steal. And now we got a stoppage in play here. The referee on the far side had called for a timeout, and it looks like the timeout had been taken. So we'll step aside here from the press box. Bucknell 14, Siena 4, with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. Live on YouTube, you're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. Michael Ash, the head coach for Siena, taking his first time out. Siena with 2 remaining, trailing 14-4 against Bucknell. Had the Saints in transition, and as the Bison had been able to get back defensively, Michael Ash called the time. Siena setting up the play design to try and get their first goal of the second half, which is only a minute and 20 seconds old. It'll start with Savannah Slaughter. Passes to the point for Very. Get into transition. They overload the right side of the pool in attack. It's into that right slot now. Cross pool and an infraction. An empty possession there for Siena. It was Finn McGill getting into position. Might have pushed off the opposite 13, Lahua Bender, the sophomore, who's in defense. And the Bison have it right near that halfway line in Bellotti Matau, who got sunk under the pool, and a minor is called. 18 to throw. Matau passes forward for Collins. Collins with space on the right side, and now we have an infraction away from the action. And they'll call it on Bucknell. Siena had that called against them a ton of times with too much pushing happening away from the playing area. And now here comes Siena on the counter. That's an excellent ball to the far side, an excellent run. Thomas is looking to be through. A minor gets called on Hopper. They reset it to the right slot with 14 to throw. Thomas looking towards the middle there for McGill, who looks for position. He's to the right slot instead for Caballero. And again, Torkos was there for the save. They're challenging Torkos more and more, but the Hungarian has been equal to it. Over 2 minutes gone here in the second half, 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the third. Bucknell up 14-4. We have yet to see our first goal in the second half. Here's Collins. Still with it, Campbell Collins over towards the back post. Intervention made on the lapping run from Cal Meyer, and Siena can go in transition once again. A lot of space on that right channel as the Bison go back defensively. An overlapping pass. Rebecca Curry tries to chase it down as Matau gets called for the foul. Curry keeps it. Out to the left slot now is Lacey. Reset to the point, and again Lacey with just 5 to throw. Another foul had been called, and they're going to call that actually on Bucknell. A major that has been called. That is going to allow Siena to have a fresh 30 with 5 minutes left in the third. Here's Curry. Cross pull pass far side. Good positioning by Torkos to deny a short driven effort. It's back to that far side, however. Into the right slot is Very, and she scores. Might have taken a deflection on its way in as Samantha Very gets her second goal of the match, and Siena has their first of the half. Siena 5, Bucknell 4. It was a good extra to that right slot, unmarked. It did not take a deflection. It was hopped up there in front of Torkos, as Very was able to capitalize and get her second. Now 4 goals in her last 3 matches, including a brace here, with goals coming in the second and third period. As Matau starts with possession here in the third for Bucknell, who have yet to score in this third quarter after scoring 14 goals in the opening 16 minutes. They've been held scoreless in the last 3.5 minutes. A long streak for them in the context of this game. Matau trying to end it. Gives it to Collins. 10 to throw. Collins on the back post, looking for the deflection in. Looked to have been Cal Meyer as it comes out of play, and Siena gets it back. Siena working their way into this match a lot more. The halftime team talk might have benefited the visitors just a bit. The issue is they have such a long way to come back from. Here's Kennerly trying to dwindle at it. Feeds it to the right wing, and swimming in front is Curry. Far channel ball for Thomas. That's been a real playmaker so far. Thomas plays it forward to the goal scorer, Very. Now the right side again, the shot. That one denied by Torkos. That might have taken a deflection off the post as well, as Rebecca Curry nearly had her first. Well played in the end, though, from Tamara Torkos, denying Siena back-to-back goals here in the third. They already have taken half the clock out, 13, 12, and now 11 to throw. They're not even in the 5-meter mark yet. Now a quick ball gets him to it, and Collins with 6. They have to hurry. Collins might try to take it herself, tried to do so. Good intervention from behind, and a turnover as Caballero won it back. Very well played from the Saints, as a stoppage occurs now on that far side. Siena will keep possession. Here's Fernandez Caballero. A very consistent goal scorer is Caballero. She gives it to the right side for Frommel, and now into the far channel is Thomas. Back onto the right side. And in the center is Very, back on the far channel. Bucknell got called there for a major. They come back on the pool with 3 seconds to throw. The hoist it, and Torkos denies it again. Oh, there's just very little separating Tamara Torkos from the goal so far today. Another save for her. An impressive one on a thumping effort towards her right. And with less than 3 minutes now in the third, swimming is Collins into the channel. Collins drifting towards the end line. And now Matau. Bawadi Matau's got another. It's her 5th goal of the day and her 2nd of the match for Bawadi Matau. And the first of this third period for Bucknell. Bison 15, Siena 5. You always know Matau has it all set up. She tends to really wind it up before firing. And nothing stopping there from Slaughter in goal as the Bison make a litany of changes now in response. Looks like Schra is in the contest along with Ava Bain. Reagan Kuhn coming back in as well. Izzy Lipolis up front, a litany of changes in total. Siena going with their usual lineup with few changes made. Kennerly winning a foul with 15 to throw. Center for Very, and another infraction. And this time on Siena, and now all of a sudden it's a race to the other side of the pool. They're quick enough, it's a 5-on-3. It's Kuhn still with it, gives it to the right side. There's a one-on-one chance potentially. Extra to the far end, oh, it's brilliant! Oh, it's brilliant transition offense for Bucknell. And it looked like on the far side it was turned in by Reagan Kuhn as the Bison get their 16th on a piercing counterattack from the foul. It was in fact the sophomore, the New York City native Kuhn, who got the goal. And the Bison are back up by 11, 16-5. Just over 2 minutes left in the third. It is all Bucknell here this evening. Here's a slot to the left side for Pollock. Back up top is Very. High-low and an extra to the right wing. Almost triangle offense. They have 6 to throw. They go for the effort, and Torkos is there again. How about this on Tamara Torkos? She had to recover. It looked like she initially was going to dive towards her right. Had to recover back to her left, but still made the denial. Patience on the right wing. Still 12 to throw. Who I believe is Schra. As they try to give it forward, and an interception from Caballero. Here's Samantha Very swimming her way towards the opposite end of the pool. As Siena did get a couple of goals in this third, but is looking for more than just that. Riccardi with 8 to throw. Riccardi to the right slot. Very into the far channel. Only 3 seconds to get across. They're stuck in the corner. They attempt a layoff. There's not enough time for the throw. A violation there as Very couldn't get it off in time. And now here come the Bison. It's a 2-on-1 on the other end. Kuhn looking for a second. And the hopper, though, just loses momentum as it falls perilously to Slaughter. And now it's end-to-end action. 35 seconds left. A 10-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Diagonal ball left side. It's Riccardi on the chase. Riccardi challenged from behind, but this one's going to go on the Saints. Riccardi was trying to jostle for position, and the Bison will get it back. With the shot clock now turned off, 19 seconds left in the third. The Bison still firmly in front. And now 15 to throw. Here's Bain. Into the right slot. Chance for another. Again is Bain. A feint. A second feint. Into the middle, and it's another! It's a 17th, and it's a second for Sydney Finkler. The tremendous showing here for Bucknell continues as the senior has her second. And it's another for the Bison. Which is 2.5 seconds left to play in the third. Bucknell 17, Siena 5. The goals have been shared. 1 second left. Long ranger off the crossbar, and that is how the third ends. And a very excellent showing for Bucknell, trying to cap it off here in this winter wonderland of Lewisburg. A piping hot Bison squad looking for their 7th win in a row. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo live on YouTube. And put 8 minutes on the clock one last time here from the Kinnean Auditorium in day one of the Bucknell Invitational. It's been a day to remember for the Bison, who dispatched of LaSalle and now are in the midst of what could be a very impressive victory, up 17-5 against Siena with the fourth period underway. Siena has won a lot of the swim-offs. That continues with Rebecca Curry winning it. Lacey playing the point. It's going to take something extraordinary and extra special for Siena to get back in this. There's a good pass to the point, and that's a good start. That's what they're going to need. Finn McGill, the Australian, quickly on the score sheet. Just the third different score for Siena in this contest as the visitors get their sixth. Bucknell 17, Siena 6. A good score from McGill. Just 18 seconds in. That is what it's going to take at this stage. Siena still has 2 timeouts remaining. Bucknell with all 3. They swim out to the right slot, and a whistle for a minor. Still 25 to throw. On a good interception there on the left side. It will be a foul, but Curry was there to win it. Siena still with the majority of their starters in the contest. Bucknell have reverted to their bench for a lot of the swimmers in the pool currently. Here's Thomas on that right slot. Intervening there was Lipolis, it seemed. Infraction, rather, was Kuhn as they keep going over to the middle, and another foul is called. That's going to be a major on Mali Chala, the junior who's just come in. Here's Kennerly. Right on that 5-meter line. Out to the far side, 18 to throw. Back for Kennerly, thought about it, goes for the feint, and again for Lacey with 13. Again is Kennerly on the right slot. Into the far channel as Siena looks for space. Has an option in Curry. Back to the right side, gets it off, and a fingertip denial by Torcos, but getting to it first will be Caballero. They reset it. And now Caballero goes down. They keep playing on the right side. Here's Kennerly with a fresh 30. Up top to Curry. Curry trying to get by the initial defender and does. Has to reset it to the right slot. An open attacker in Lacey on the left side has it. Lacey overlap for Curry. 10 to throw. Curry called there for the foul. Or rather drawn the foul as she has it left side with 8. Reset out to the right side is Thomas. Thomas is going to have to hoist it, and Torcos has the save again. That was a very long possession for Siena that spanned nearly a minute. But it was not enough as they go for the long distance ball as Torcos out to the far side. Bucknell with runners chasing forward. It's passed to the center. Off balance, Steffer goes to the right side and a foul is called. They'll see what kind of infraction. It'll be a major on Siena as the Bison look for another. A good drift to the right side. And now it's Bain. Cross pull to the left end. 18 to throw. Challenge made and a foul. As Kuhn won it back, and again to the right side. It's lofted up to the far end, but a foul is called. As it looked as though the Bucknell striker was looking for positioning. Siena able to win the foul in the end. 5.5 minutes left to go in this contest. A contest in which the Bison very firmly in front. Up by 11, 17 to 6, Siena with possession. And another foul is called there. That was right in the middle. I believe they called on McGill, who was looking for position in on Kuhn. The sophomore able to win it. Well, Siena predicted to have a struggle, and now another foul had been called away from the area as the Bison will have now a numerical advantage on a foul that occurred way away from the action. They have it over the middle. Kuhn already has herself a goal in this contest. Looking for another. Passes, though, instead to the right slot. Extra into the channel for Bain, and the push shot. That one just wide. That looked like Schraw again, who is getting in the midst of things. Schraw, the third leading scorer for Bucknell last season with 20 goals. Unable to find it on that occasion. Siena now going the opposite way. It's been a very quick fourth quarter so far. No look pass to the right channel. Back to the right slot. Siena only has 8 seconds to throw here. It's Lacey drifting backwards with 3. Lacey back to the middle. They hoist one up. That one off the post and just in front of the goal line as the shot clock had expired. Torcos was there to win it and eventually claim it. She was beaten, but the post helping the keeper there. They start from the point, pass out to the right side, and another foul is called as Bain was chasing it down. They're going to call that though on the Bison. At the halfway mark now here in the fourth period, Bucknell up by a comfortable 17-6 margin. Siena did score on their opening 20 seconds of the fourth. They've been looking for another goal since. There's a pass over to the point for Lacey. Whistle is blown for a foul. 8 to throw. It was only a minor foul. They go into the right wing, drifting towards goal. Kennerly with 3. Kennerly's fire, and it's over the bar. Nothing doing there again for Siena, and you have to give credit to the Bison defense. They have not been able to concede much. However, a foul had occurred right there as Siena will have to reset it on the far side on the ref's whistle. So Siena may be given another opportunity here, but it doesn't fail to highlight just how terrific the Saints have been performing. Riccardi. 1-2 back for Riccardi, and another foul that has given possession away. The Bison have it back, and now it's a swim off to the opposite side of the pool. Less than 3.5 minutes now left here at the Auditorium. Here's a good forward ball, a good trail by Reagan Kuhn. Kuhn looking forward, they get doubled. There is the forward, and it drifts all the way back for Slaughter. A good bit of defending on that occasion for the Saints, and now they go in transition. It's a swim off for Caballero. Caballero trying to get one-on-one with the keeper. Caballero trying to go all the way. Help defending from Finkler. She's doubled, and a foul is called. They quickly outlet it to the far side. Pass is a bit wayward, but will be recovered with 13 to throw. Oh, it's a good ball for Caballero. Torcos with the save. On the near post, nothing beating her. They did get it back with Caballero as it's reset. Oh, a bit of a wayward pass. That one will just hit the buoy on the far side as it's turned back over in favor of the Bison. As Torcos has possession, it's a good opportunity to give way, or rather we'll have that in a minute. There's another good over-the-top ball. It's the freshman Bain. Here's Ava Bain. Oh, it's a challenge from behind. A foul is called. The Bison bench is on their feet. They want their freshman scoring, as it looked as though they had called it initially as a penalty throw. And that looks like it'll be the case with Reagan Kuhn already with a goal today, stepping up. Trying to make it an 18th. The last time they scored 18 goals was 3 matches ago against Gannon, and they've got 18 tonight. A brace for Reagan Kuhn that has the Bison with their largest advantage of the night. Bucknell 18 and Siena with 6. And some more changes in response as we get those ready. Now we have the opportunity to thank, first of all, everyone behind the scenes allowing us to get this broadcast off. Our executive producer, our director today, Maria Rizzuto, has been here at the Auditorium in the sarcophagus of the structure from when everyone else got here at about 9 in the morning, and has been here for now over 10 hours producing. She's done an excellent job in all the matches, and excellent work as well from one of our camera operators, Tyler Pizzicello, who has been here for the entirety of it as well. Very hardworking individuals down low, and it is the reason that we've been able to stream this one throughout. This Invitational throughout the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. Those two will be back here tomorrow for day 2 of the Invitational. 6 matches played, all taking place tomorrow. As now action restarts for Siena with less than 2.5 minutes remaining in this one. The Saints down by 12. And a lot of pressure applied as Williamson looks to give it away, gives it over to the right side. A foul is called as it looked like Riccardi was able to win it. Riccardi into the far channel with 15 to throw at the halfway mark in the shot clock. Back to the right slide, and another denial. And say it with me, Tamara Torcos getting it again. Lacey will get it back as the ball went out of play. And a slight delay as there's now 2 balls in the playing pool. They'll get it on the near side. Here's Vesey into the left slot for Pollock. The sophomore out of Flower Mound, Texas. Over to the point. Riccardi, 20 to throw, less than 2 minutes left. Here's Lacey now. Bill Lacey, and that is a lacing finish from the junior Audrey Lacey. She scored twice at the Bruno Classic, the last 3 matches that Siena had played coming into today. And she opens her account here late this evening with 1:49 left to play. Bucknell 18, Siena 7. A challenge there made by Pollock. A minor called 5 seconds into the shot clock as the Bison reset. Here's Bain. Cross to the left wing. The effort and another! It's a hat trick for Reagan Kuhn. She's got 3 today. The Bison bench on their feet, emphatically celebrating that one. As Bucknell now has goal number 19. Bison 19, Siena 7. Oh, they were looking for a long distance ball. There was Slaughter, but Kuhn wants another. She's got the interception. She's one-on-one. She's looking for 20, but that was an excellent save by Slaughter. Just narrowly denying a 20th as the ball had hit the buoy on the far side. That will allow the Bison to keep possession, looking for that crucial 20th goal, that milestone achievement. They will start with it on that aforementioned far side. The most goals that they have scored in this season was 18 in the contest against Gannon. They've already eclipsed that. They're looking for their first 20-goal mark of the season. They pass it into that near post. An opportunity that went deflected well by the defender. And back for the goalkeeper, Slaughter. 70 seconds left. 1 minute and 7 seconds now and counting. A good bit of defending there from Siena late. Well, Siena has struggled in the defensive department. They've conceded 14 goals or more now in 5 straight matches, including 19 here. It's the most that they have conceded in a match in that 4-match span. They conceded 16, 14, 14, 16, and now 19. There's another effort, one-on-one. Good denial there as CC White was looking for one. Torkos getting the save. 40 seconds left at the natatorium. Torkos will take her time with it. And now feeds it into the right side. There's a chance for a 20th still. Here's the one-on-one effort and an excellent near post denial from Slaughter. The rebound will be taken there by the Siena shot stopper. 21, now 20 seconds left. The shot clock turned off. Siena most likely with the last opportunity in this one. Slaughter will give it out to the halfway line, and now on the right wing is Riccardi. With just 4 seconds left, they give it back to the point. One last gasp deflected by the defender, and that is as big of a statement as you're going to see. A 19-goal showing for Bucknell as they dispatch of Siena. A final score of 19-7. The Bison will improve to 7-1, continuing their incredible start. Their next match is against St. Francis and Mercyhurst tomorrow as Siena drops to 1-7. They'll take on St. Francis as well with Villanova in their schedules. That's going to wrap things up here from the Kinney Auditorium. For our executive producer Adam Contini, director Maria Rizzuto, and camera operator Tyler Pizzacello, I'm Nicholas Severini saying so long from Lewisburg. Your final score, Bucknell 19, Siena 7.